consistency is what most people struggle with, whatever that's going to be. Now, we all know what's good for us. We know we need to get moving, whether that be in a studio or outside in a park. Get your body moving. The issue with that is we lack the motivation. So that's why these kind of environments, whatever you do, I think should be something that you really enjoy. So my name's Tony. I'm from London, England, and been in Myanmar for just over a couple of years now. Fitness for me has always been a lifestyle. I've always been into fitness as you grow up in the UK. You kind of football is the #1 thing, so you're generally playing football before, during, and after school. And athletics I was into, but it really became a profession for me, or something I wanted to, when I joined a gym. And I remember thinking of these fitness people as messiahs, or put them up on a pedestal, and I wanted to learn more about how the body worked. I wanted to understand how I could help other people. So that's how I got. So I went to some of the best gyms in London, knocked on the door, and really they wanted you to have sports science degrees, which I didn't have at the time. And so I managed to work my way in through working on reception and helping out in the gym while I did my vocational course over a few months. After that, I landed a gig in a really top gym in London, which is where I learned the personal training profession. They also further invested in me to give you kind of the gold standard in sports science education, which was great. So it was a great opportunity. It was a club that was kind of the rich and famous trained there. So it was a really good thing to understand the industry from London. But I always wanted to travel. An opportunity came up to go to Dubai to open a new brand. And so I was 24 years old. It was the first job abroad, and quite exciting to be going to the Middle East, to Dubai. So I stayed there for, I left London 2004. Half my time has been in the Middle East and half the time has been in Southeast Asia. The Middle East was with a big corporate brand, that would be Fitness First, and then I also worked in education with trainers, equipment solutions for people, and we also ran a big event, so a big fitness event where we would train and teach people a couple of days for fitness professionals and 1 day for owners of fitness clubs, where we would teach them, we'd bring in the thought leaders and we would kind of have a business summit. So something I'd love to do here in the future. Working in Dubai, I had an opportunity in the Philippines and Malaysia, always in fitness, and it was a regional role around Southeast Asia. So I had a great opportunity to move around the region and to see how other people did it. After spending so long with one brand, it was great to see how other people did fitness, really. Met a wonderful lady who's now my fiance, who is from Burma, so that's why I took the opportunity to come here to be with her, and really wanted to spend some time to understand the culture here and what people wanted here, how it was different, because every country in Southeast Asia is very different. So I spent some time here. I ran another club in town for a number of months, all the time looking at what I thought could work here, and decided on a great concept where we have been open for many months, and things are going well here, so very happy. So right now we have a boutique studio which is called F45. It's basically a functional workout based on 45 minutes time period. So we understand that we're all very time poor nowadays. We've got to balance, the hours at work, the time at home, and so the workout has become something that we want to get maximum results in a short period of time. So it's a circuit training format where we have 3 days of cardio workouts, 3 days of strength training, and then we have a super circuit on a Saturday. So the premise behind F45 is really to build a community of like-minded people that like to train together. It is not an intimidating environment. I think the perception sometimes is that the workout is a bit too intense, or it can be quite intense, but we have heart rate training to make sure that it's safe for you, to keep you in the right zone. We have TVs that lead the workout for you, and we've always got 2 instructors on the floor to help you. So if we look at all of the concepts that maybe I could have done or brought here, group fitness might be one person with a microphone up to 50, 60 people. Personal training is one-on-one. F45 is somewhere in between. It's a small group training concept, but the trainers, we know everyone's name. We're very personalized in our approach to achieving their goals, and it works. People are getting great results. We've had some really nice stories since we've been open. And that's where me and the team, I'm an owner-operator, so I'm in here taking some classes, but connecting with lots of members at the same time. So with COVID-19, we could see what was happening around the region. Primarily, we could see what was happening with the clubs in China. I have a few friends that work in Shanghai. And so initially, it was interesting to see how clubs were reacting and what was ultimately going to happen here. Because we had a bit of a heads up and we had no cases in Myanmar for quite some time, we were really able to prepare with how we limited the numbers of people. We had additional cleaning and defogging and these kind of considerations. We have a touchless kind of, everything is online, you book as you come in and you're registered. So for us, we'd already adapted our programming so that there were more time to clean down your equipment in between sets, etc. And members were very happy to train. They could see that we were making a real effort there and they felt comfortable here. As soon as there were some cases locally, of course, I think that increased everyone's awareness even more. And we had an opportunity then to either say, right, train at home through our online solution, through the Zoom platform, or you could come into the club. We did that up until the beginning of April, and we knew that we would be closing, right? So for April and May, we shut our doors. We became an online virtual club, essentially. And very excited now that we've just had the all clear to open again in June. So we will keep online. We still have a number of members who are either have moved from Myanmar or are just not ready to come back into a gym environment. So if somebody is not quite sure, they can train online with us. We will have 2 trainers, so there's one person who delivers the workout, the second person is giving and providing feedback to the people at home. So it keeps you a bit more accountable than, say, just running a workout through an Instagram live or a YouTube video. There's a 2-way process to it. A lot of gyms now, when they open, will have this hybrid option of live classes in the studio, at home membership perhaps, a reduced fee, or even a hybrid of both. It can definitely be something that could help you if you were traveling and you wanted to still stay connected and get your workout in, which we have a lot of members who travel a lot here, maybe not at this time, but in the future. And also members that maybe are leaving or moving on and they want to stay connected to the trainers and the members that they've built up in. So I think it is there to stay, but I think we will always be about the live experience with, that we can provide when you come into the door. When you look at the industries that it has affected, fitness is an obvious one where you look at, well, how are we going to make that environment safe? And I feel like the common sense measures that have been put in place make the gym as safe an environment as any other that is out there. Yes, as a business owner, definitely there's a level of concern in the beginning where, essentially your new baby that you've built is going really well, and then what's going to happen to that. But I think, we were able to have a look at our runway, keep all of our instructors on board, keep them active by doing online classes. Was there concern? Yes, definitely. There was concern in the beginning, but I also knew that when we come out of the back end of this, one of the positives for this time is people will be more focused about health and fitness than they have ever been before, I believe. I think that people will care about how do we keep our immune system strong. There was a number of studies talking about the effects the negative effects that COVID could have on people that were potentially obese. So I think there's going to be a lot of focus on people, getting themselves to a healthy weight, and so I feel like we play a part in the prevention as well. Of course, like anyone, we'd love to have this vaccine come along as soon as possible, but I think my message would be, don't wait for it. Get yourself training now, get your immunity as strong as you can do, and I think that's just going to help you during this period of time, right?